If you guys never heard of me, that is fine. I didn't expect to ever be known. I was a small fish in a big sea. But I'll introduce myself anyways. My name is Hardcore. I don't make a lot of YouTube videos that much anymore. YouTube has changed as a platform. I didn't agree with where it was going. I grew up at the same time and things just kind of separated. I used to do a lot of video game videos. I still post every now and then when something really tickles my fancy, but otherwise I'm pretty much non-existent, as any of my subs will probably tell you, and you can see my video drop off over the years. So I like to stream and post and record, and I had a lot of fun with it, guys. I truly did. I loved YouTube back in the early days. I used to do a lot of DayZ. I started transitioning to Final Fantasy 14. I did WoW. I did what I could to try to stay relevant in the early periods. Never really got anywhere, but it didn't matter because I had fun. And long story short, towards the end of my run, when my bubble burst after one of my videos went, I guess, as viral as it could potentially went for me, and I got too big for my britches and things just, I couldn't capitalize on the momentum. I just kind of got a promotion in my job and things kind of plateaued, and then I just fell off. So now that we have the intro out of the way, I want you guys to understand where my journey is before we get into this. So I'm minding my own business, just enjoying my night. Literally last night, so that'd be April 15th, 2022. About to go to bed, no less. And I'm playing Final Fantasy 14, just chilling. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go put some music on in the background. And I'm going to go do some PvP matches. I open up YouTube. And hey, what do you got there? There's a... Normally I get copyright strikes every now and then, and it's like somebody else takes one of my videos, and then I guess their little computer bot program, or however the hell they do it these days, is like, oh, you stole this dude's shit, and then when you just basically compare it, it's like, no, he took mine, you stupid computer, like, do a better job. Or maybe they take it and they try, like, flagging me. It's... If you ever did YouTube videos, you'll know what a absolute shitty nightmare the system has gotten over the years. So, I mean, I get that every now and then. So, but I'm looking at it, it's like, no, you got a strike on your channel. Outright, you got a strike. And one of the videos I had, and I'm going to kind of tab over here, so I don't mind if you hear me click. So, it told me I had a channel violation, which I truthfully never had that before. So I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is going on over here? And I got a community guideline strike for a video from, God, I want to say like 2013, 2014-ish. Maybe you guys heard of this game called DayZ. I mean, it's popular now. When I played it, it was in a beta, and that game was in a rough state. That game, honest to God, I got like probably like 25, 30 frames when I was playing it. And that shit was a mess, but there was no other game truly like it until H1Z1 and all that came out, but it really kind of paved the way. And for its time, there's nothing else to really give you that adrenaline rush of putting hours into all this gear and then potentially losing it all in the flash of an eye. It gave me, honestly, some like throwback from Diablo 2, back when I used to play hardcore mode. I'm not talking about Diablo 2 Remastered that exists nowadays. Now I'm talking about the shit I played in high school. You know, younger 18-year-old me, future ahead of him me. Oh my God, I love that shit. So anyways, so I got a video, and it said I had the violation for the policy was called Violent Criminal Organizations. Out of all the things for a video game video, that's what I got hit for. Violent Criminal Organizations. And the video was called The House of Death DayZ Standalone. And I had to rewatch the video because truthfully I remembered blips of it because it's been so many years. The video, if I'm being honest, was one of those things where I had fun. I was like, holy shit, this is going to be the video that's going to go fucking viral. That's going to send me to the stratosphere. And nothing happened. Just like most videos if you ever made YouTube. But the point was I had fun and I tried to make it. I had to rewatch 19 minutes of it to see where they thought that this violation was. So, 19 minutes, and I'm going to give you guys a quick synopsis of the video. The video was, I was inside a 2-story house in Kamiwobo, if you ever played the game. or can be Shovo. I'm sorry, some people pronounce it differently. At any rate, it was a squad v squad. We got ambushed. We got pinned in the building, and they rushed in. Multiple people on both sides died. I essentially was upstairs in the top room, and I got trapped because all the people died in the stairwell, and you couldn't run past the bodies because that's how the game was back in that state. You couldn't jump. All you could do is kind of vault, and you couldn't really vault that well because it was only used to get you over like a fence. So I couldn't get down the stairs, and it just ended up being a VoIP talking like shit show. And I watched this 19-minute video because I didn't remember what was happened in it, and like it was funny, it was cool for its time, but I can see why I never got anywhere. But at any rate, like most that happened in the video was a lot of like shit talking, nothing really against the TOS, even like standard like 2022 TOSs. Like yeah, we said the F-bomb at each other and to talk the typical shit. But it wasn't like it was anything outrageous, or at least in their minds, criminal, well, what was it, criminal behavior, or, oh, I'm sorry, I had to reopen the windows to read this. Violent criminal organizations, an organization, no less. So I had to look at this video because they link you it saying what the hell this actually depicts. Because obviously there's so many different things, so it's like hate speech and cyberbullying and stuff like that. And harassment is like its own thing, which I've honestly made videos where I can see how I would get flagged for that, so I wouldn't even contend that, honestly. But in this particular one, criminal organization, so I'm reading this, and it says, in this page, it says, what's this mean for you?
Oh, yeah.
If you're posting content, don't post content on YouTube if it fits any of the descriptions below. Content produced by violent criminal or terrorist organization. Content praising or memorizing prominent terrorist or criminal figures in order to encourage others to carry out acts of violence. Content praising or justifying violent acts carried out by a terrorist group or organization. Content aimed at recruiting people for terrorist organization or violent criminal behavior. Content depicting hostages or posted to with the intent to solicit, excuse my enunciation, threaten and intimidate on behalf of an organization, and some of insignias and logos of an organization. That's the part I want you to tune into. So, in a game like DayZ, there really isn't too much going on. You're going from point A to point B looting. Your characters look pretty basic and generic as all hell.
I had a scrapper on.
So there really isn't much going on. And that's where I got confused. Because like down here it says, for example, it says video game content which has been developed or modified to glorify violent events. And I'm like, I sat here reading this like over and over and over for like 10 minutes trying to figure out where they drew this conclusion, and I still don't honestly have an answer. I truly don't, because it makes no fucking sense to me. And oh, I'm sorry, am I not allowed to say the F word? Am I gonna go get, hey, you know what, fuck it, fuck them, I'll say what the fuck I want, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I peeled the video. I knew it was going to get taken down probably. It was a shot in the dark. I honestly was so kind of jaded by this that I was very passive-aggressive in my wording of my appeal. Basically telling them whoever does this, like their little monitoring or however it's going to be a bot or be a person, long story short, is incompetent and needs to reassess themselves. And I literally stated, and I'm proud of this too because I don't even give a shit anymore, but I told them straight up, like, if this video is in violation of the guideline, congratulations. Like, you might as well take down every goddamn video from Fortnite back to, like, Contra. Because the only thing in that video was violence. If you found anything else, that was literally on you and misinterpretation. If I, honest to God, had to bet right now, if everything going on in the world right now in April 2022, I bet my nuts that it was taken down because DayZ, much like Tarkov, is based in Russia. There's probably shit written on the wall in game, and therefore, oh my god, Russian bad, take the fucking game down. I swear to God, because there's no other reason than that 19-minute video for that shit to have been taken down, especially as poor as the video performed, that I'd be stunned if anybody even fucking saw it in the past 3 years.
Down the hall.
That said, because I don't want my channel to just get outright removed without me at least attempting to say I'm doing right by YouTube's standards, which I personally don't agree with at this point. I took down about 200 of my videos, my old videos today. I took down almost everything related to DayZ, almost everything related to Tarkov. There's maybe 1, 2, or 3 that I cherry-picked out because I said, I truly like these videos and I'm willing to die on this hill. But the fact is, I deleted over 200 or so videos just to try to combat this bullshit. So they don't go and say, oh, this video from like 10 years ago, oh man, there's something written on the wall by the game developers, your channel struck. Fuck that shit. And the whole point of this video is, and I want you guys to think about this truly, how many people here on this platform make video game videos? Like, it's insane. When I was here, I was a small fish. Now I wouldn't even be considered a fish. I'd be like a fucking amoeba in the goddamn ocean, man. I'm a little bacteria cell floating around compared to everybody else. If they came after me for old shit I made, they'll come after you. They'll come after the big goddamn streamers, the big goddamn video makers. They don't give a fuck. It's one of those things where you have to adapt and overcome, or unfortunately get obliterated by YouTube and their whatever the hell bug crawled up their content's ass. Yeah, I come down here and that feels good to honestly get off my fucking chest. It feels good to get it out. I want you guys, you make videos and you have them up there, to go back and check your videos. And don't let what happened to me happen to you. That's all. Thank you guys. Have yourself a great day.